Okay, hey you guys, welcome to
Hey
our.
Jennifer, we're on Zoom now.
Oh, hold on.
It's starting.
Okay, everybody's muted now. Okay, welcome to our opportunity call. My name is Jennifer Cobb. For those of you that I don't know, it is nice to meet you. Somebody said they can't hear me. Hopefully you guys can all hear me. Anyway, I just want to thank you for getting on here. I know it is midweek and we are nearing the end of the month, so usually it's busier for most people. Anyway, I have a child crawling under my foot right now. I almost want to stop recording this and start re-recording, but this is real life. So I just want to say, if I can do this in the midst of dinner and kids crawling under my feet, you can do this too. So anyway, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jennifer Cobb. I'm a diamond with Plexus. You'll understand a little bit more what that means as the night goes on. So I'm just going to share a little bit of my story, and then I'm going to take you through just a really quick PowerPoint that's going to kind of just explain a little bit about the company and how much money you can earn by doing this. And I want to let you know too, I would say to put a 1 in the comments, but I know a lot of people won't do it. But if you were invited on this call and you are skeptical, put a 1 in the comments. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. But if you are on this call and you've started your business and you were skeptical when you first started, put a 1 in the comments, because you guys are probably going to see a lot of 1s, because I was also a 1. I actually don't really know hardly anybody who wasn't who wasn't skeptical. So that is normal. Yeah, look at all these 1s. So that is completely normal. So I want to kind of give you a little bit background on my story and why I started the business. And, you may or may not relate to my story. That's okay. But I love to, see, it took Sonia 16 months to commit. It happens. So it took me about 6 months because I was watching my friend Marianne at this Loud House. I was watching her on Instagram for about 6 months. I was obviously curious what she was doing because she was literally always the first bubble in my stories. Like anytime I opened up Instagram, she was the first bubble that I saw. And I would just kind of watch her. She has 5 kids. She was like always smiling and laughing and decorating her house and folding laundry. And I was like, what? Like, how is she so happy all the time? And I always saw her with this pink drink in her hands in all of her stories. And I was like, I just was curious. I was like, I don't even know what that is. And she would talk about how it was on sale. And I'm like, what is she talking about? And so I just kind of kept it always in the back of my mind. And so I watched her for 6 months. Never did I ever think that I would ask her about it even, or start what she was doing, start the business. So I have 3 kids, 3 boys, boy mom. That's why my house is a little crazy sometimes. And I was stay at home at the time. My previous life, I was a pharmaceutical rep. I did that for 13 years. And I was able to come home and leave that position when my husband got an incredible job where he was making a really good 6-figure income. And we were just at a place that was really comfortable. So it was like, okay, you can come home, you can stay with the kids, you could do drop-offs and carpool and practice and all the things. And he worked. And it worked out really, really, really well for us until one day in May of 2018, he lost his job. And so if anyone has suffered a job loss, like a kind of an instant job loss, put a 2, we're gonna go 2, put a 2 in the comments because it was so sudden and it was so devastating for our family. And we had done what I thought was a really good thing. The year before he lost his job, we had paid off most of our debt, right? That's a great thing. We had paid off most of our debt. However, that left us with little to zero money in our bank. We had about 3 months of survival in our bank. Can anybody relate to that? Give me an amen, because I remember just thinking, when I found out he lost his job, I remember looking at the bank account, and I was like, I did the math. You know how, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm the budget person in our house. I know exactly how much we need every single month to pay our bills. And I went right away and I divided our total amount by the number we needed to survive that month. And the number came out to 3. So I was like, I've got 3 months to survive. And it was a summer, and summer is typically harder to find a job. And so what did I do? I started applying back in the pharmaceutical industry, and they don't really hire in the summer. They hire in the fall. It's just typical of what they do. So I pretty much knew I wasn't going to find anything in the summer, but I kept applying. I was getting literally 0 response. And then my husband went and he started applying, and I'm, trying to network with friends, like, gosh, does anybody know anything that's open, blah, blah, blah. And it was horrible, because every single dollar that went out of our bank account, I knew there was nothing else coming back in to replace every dollar that went out. Right. And so it was so scary. And it got scary real quick, you guys. So we went from being a 6-figure income, me, stay-at-home mom, husband was working, to that happening in May. And then in June, it got so bad that we had to resort to Medicaid and food stamps, because it was just, we couldn't afford the extra. Like, I had to be able to pay my bills. We couldn't afford the extra. And then before you know it, we started getting the notices on the car, started to get the notices on the house. And I just lived in fear. I did not sleep. I don't know if anyone's ever had that crippling anxiety where you just cannot sleep at night because you don't know how you're going to make it. How you're going to make it. When you have kids, it's a whole nother ball game, and it was just horrifying. And so I was watching Marianne one day in July. It was July 12th. So remember, this happened in May. It was July 12th. And I was watching Marianne on her stories. And that day, like, I just feel like it was meant to be. She shared that she was making 6 figures, sharing that drink that I saw her have in her stories every single day. And you guys, my nose is itchy. I was dumbfounded. Like, I was like, what? I remember I went back and I kept watching her story. I'm like, did she just say 6 figures from like that pink drink? What? And I like pressed and watched her story probably like 3 or 4 times. And I just messaged her right off of her story. And I was like, okay, I am curious. I need this. And she was like, okay, hey, like, what, kind of like, tell me what's going on. And I just gave her like a really quick, like, I need to make money, like, right now. Like, I honestly didn't even care about the products. The products are what I didn't know that I needed, but the business I knew that I needed. And so she basically was like, listen, I will help you. Like, I will tell you everything to do. I will lead you basically hand in hand, and you can earn $1,000 this month. And I was like, okay, I'm in. Sign me up. Because I was committed. I was so committed. I'm like, I'm in. This is going to be awesome. Like, let's go. So I joined on that July 12th. I did not start my business until August 1st. There is a good reason for that, but I didn't start my business until August 1st. And I started on August 1st. And on my first day, on my new job, which, I hesitate to call it that some days, I grabbed 3 people. I went and I grabbed like my 3 ride or die people. So who is that? That's like your best friend. That is your mom. That's your sister. That's your cousin. And I went and I grabbed my 3 ride or die people. I was only on the products for 2 weeks at that point. And I was just like, you have got to do this with me. Like, I am so excited about these products. I literally was loving my pink drink. Like, I was loving it. And I was just getting this. Remember, I was telling you I was having that anxiety. Like, when you go to sleep, I noticed I wasn't really having that as much anymore. I was sleeping. I was energized. And I just didn't even know that was because of the products. I didn't know at the time, because like I said, I didn't start for the products. And so I was like, I messaged my ride or die people. I'm like, you got to do this with me. Like, I'm really excited, because you know what? Here's the thing. We are professional sharers. This is where somebody is not going to go in the comments. Please put a 1 in the comment if you have never in your life ever shared anything that you love. right? There's going to be no ones in the comments, obviously, right? Because we share every single thing that we love and we do it naturally. And I don't know if we have any men on this call, so no offense to men, but as women, we are really good at it. Like we are professional sharers. We just have never put that title on our name. And the reason why we are is because we just want people to know good things, right? And so, yeah, on Instagram, I have been sharing for years. I've been sharing pillows and blankets and furniture and things that I love. I had been sharing, but I wasn't really getting paid that well for it, right? You guys, all those influencers that you see on Instagram, they're not getting paid as much as you would think that they're getting paid. That I can tell you for sure, being one of them and knowing many of them. And there are quite a few on this call right now. That is not something that I think people think that people are making a lot of money doing. And in reality, most are not. So it really kind of feels like you're just sharing for free. I share when there's a sale at Target, I share a restaurant that I love. I share a movie that I love. I share, kids' clothes that I find. I'm like, oh my gosh, this brand's awesome. You know how many people I've sent to Mini Bowden? Like, go ahead, search it. I just shared that with you. They're going to send me $0 for sharing that. Right. But what's awesome about this opportunity is you will love the products. So if you're on here and you're like, honestly, I don't even care about the products like I was, that's okay. That is okay. You don't have to like be this huge product person. You don't have to be like a science junkie. You don't have to know everything about anything. You just will take the products, you will love the products, and you will not be able to not share them. So many people are like, I don't want to tell anybody about this. And then like a week or 2 weeks on it, they're like, yeah, I just told my mom, my sister, and they want to order too, right? Because people love good things and we love to share them. And so this is that. This is literally like the best collaboration you could ever ask for, because you get to work and partner with a company that not only has amazing products that are clean and that are well sourced and that are just good for us overall, like there's something for everybody, but they pay so well that my first couple paychecks, my husband actually said to me, I don't tell this story very often, but he actually said to me, like, is there any way they can take this money back? Like he was just so shocked at the money that was coming in. Like it almost, he was like, is this good money? Like, are we okay with this? Because it just felt so weird. It's like, how are you getting paid for just sharing these products, And so it is literally the best opportunity that I have ever seen in my lifetime. And the best thing is you don't have to interview for it. You don't have to be hired for it. You literally just start. You message the person who invited you on this call and you say, okay, I think I'm ready. And you know what? You're probably skeptical, and that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes I'm like, the more skeptical, the better, because I think you're going to be even a little bit more surprised, like when you see how amazing that this is and that it does work out. And so it's just a really good feeling to see that. So I'm going to let you know, I'm going to take you through a little presentation, and I am going to share the income, quick background on the company, the income. I'm going to share with you what I'm earning now. So bear with me. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. This happens to me all the time. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I don't think I gave a real good background as to who we are. I love sharing this because you might be thinking in your head like, oh, but I have a full-time job. The whole time I'm talking, you're like, but I work full-time. That's okay. You work part-time, that's okay too. You're a teacher, that's great. We've got lots of teachers. We've got homeschool mamas, former corporate world women like me. And so you can fit in no matter who you are. So you can kind of browse through this really quickly. The one thing I do want to point out, because anytime you are partnering with any company, you want to make sure that they are legit. Right. And so the most important thing is to know that Plexus has an A+ business Better Business Bureau rating, which means they just cannot get any better. Our customer service, you guys, is bar none, and they literally work for us. It's awesome. Okay, so why Plexus? So if you are skeptic, if you had put a 1 in the comments when we first started, this is for you. So you do not have to, there are literally 0 required purchases. You purchase your own products. That is it. You don't have to like go and order this and order that and all those things. You don't have to carry inventory. You don't have to have a party. Hey, if you're social and you love people, go and have a party, but you do not. I have never thrown a Plexus party in 3 years. Honestly, I don't know that I ever will. And there's no quota. So you literally do what you want when you want. Okay, so what is Plexus? I already showed you my pink drink, but we have so many things. We have supplements. Everything is all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free. We have something for everyone, if anyone needs any of that. There's products for gut health, weight loss, nutrition, skincare, kids, and overall wellness. So literally anybody from like 2 to 102. Okay, let's get right down to money, because that's why you guys are here, right? So you may be looking at the calendar right now and going, it's October 27th. Why would I even be looking at October bonuses? Well, because do you remember I said on the first day I started my business, I grabbed my first 3 ride or die people. At the time, you guys, I earned $175 for referring 3 friends. Now that money is basically doubled and it is $357. So can you guys put a 3? We're going to go to number 3. Put a 3 in the comment if you have referred 3 as soon as you started Plexus. Let's just say in the first like 3 or 4 days. I think you're going to see a lot of 3s. I can't see the comments, but I just want to show you that this is normal. Like to grab 3 friends is totally normal. So $357, you know, between now, and if you earn that between now and the 31st, that's pretty awesome, right? A lot of people will do 3, and then 10 is another big one, because that is actually the second. 3 is the first rank in our company and 10 is the second. You earn 1,100, and we have had people do that in 3 or 4 days as well. And then refer 20, right? I know that's a little harder in 3 or 4 days, but we all know 20 people. So, hey, the sky is the limit. But we have had a lot of people refer 20 in their first month, and you would have 30 days to earn these bonuses. So I'm pretty sure that next month looks similar to this month, but you can get with who invited you to confirm that on November 1st. But that's just really awesome. Okay, so how do we get paid? Literally, we get paid all the time. We get paid 5+ times a month. One of the most common questions I get asked when people start their business is, Plexus just paid me again. Do you know what I just got paid for? That question I get asked all the time. It is uncanny. And it's just, I love that, right? Like to hear somebody come to you, message you and go, oh my gosh, Jen, I just got paid again. What did I just do? Like, why did I just make that? And so we have all these extra bonuses and fun trips. Like right now we have a trip that we can work for to Disney. A bunch of people I know on this call have already earned it. I have earned it. So they're paying for us to go for 3 nights with our family. We get 4 tickets to Disney and or Universal, whichever one you choose. We get $2,500 shopping spree. So like, if that's your thing, that's amazing. You don't even have to want that. Some people like, that's not their love language. They don't want to travel, right? Or they don't love Disney, you know? But that is something that you would just get, and you could choose to go or not choose to go. And there are some cash options as well. But there's a bunch of people on this call I know that have qualified for that already, and that just started. So if you start right now, you can actually work towards that and you can earn that. It runs through December 31st. So you can actually earn this trip. It's in March. So we can get you details on that too. But these are just the ranks. So if you hit a rank, it's called Fast Start, and they double your bonus. So these are just bonuses that you're looking at for the ranks in our company. But they double the bonuses if you hit them within a certain period. But remember, I said there's no quota. Like, you do not have to do that. You do not have to hit your Fast Start. But if you do, you literally get paid double. So that's kind of awesome. Okay, so these are our brand partner, brand ambassador opportunities. We have lots of these ranks on our team. So I want you to look at the monthly and the yearly amounts, and then I want you to think, like, what would that mean? What would that mean for me and for my family? So I had told you my situation, right? We're on Medicaid, we're on food stamps, and honestly, I just needed money for survival, right? But my first instinct was to look at that Ruby and Senior Ruby. And I was like, that's what I need to survive, because I knew how much my monthly bills were, and they fell right in between that amount. And so I was like, that's what I need to survive. And I hit that, you guys, in my first, holy cow, why do I not know this off the top of my head? I think in my first 5 months, might have been 4 months, 4 or 5 months, I hit Ruby. And then I started in August. I hit Senior Ruby, I remember, in January. That's when I hit Senior Ruby, it was in January. So I just want you to look at that and just kind of think. You can write it down. You could put it in the chat. You could put it in your head. Just kind of think, like, which one of that, what of that income would make a difference. So I mentioned at the beginning of this call that I am a diamond. Hey, can you guys put in the chat what ranks you are if you are on this call and you have already started with Plexus, just so you guys can see kind of the variety of people that we have on our team. I am a diamond. And so if you look at that income, I pretty much almost went from Medicaid to a millionaire. And I say that as humbly as possible. Anyone that knows me knows I am beyond humble when it comes to money. But full disclosure, I do not make $38,000 a month. I make about $30,000 a month. That is an average. So I do make below the average for a diamond, but that is what I earn monthly. It's insane. And some days I have to wake myself up and be like, how is this life? Like, how did I get this? And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's not a job. It's like my life. It is my lifestyle, and it is so much fun. And so this is super confusing, but I wanted to just put it up there because I've had people ask me after calls like this. So this is just kind of a mental breakdown of how we get paid. We get paid when you join. So if you are new, really the only one I'm going to focus on is right here, this business building bonus. So when you join, you literally just pick a welcome pack. They're either $109 and you get 2 to 3 products in that, or $209 and you get 6 to 7 products in that. That is it. And that is how everybody that joins us joins. And so we get paid residual income on everyone who orders every single month. And these products are so good, you guys. You are not chasing people every month to go, are you ordering? They just order every month. Because I literally, in my 3 years, I have missed my pink drink, I think 2 days ever. They were both extreme situations. One, we were at SeaWorld and we forgot our pink drinks, and we had already parked and paid $1 million to park. And we were walking into the park and I realized I forgot my pink drink, and I almost left SeaWorld to go back to get my pink drink. So that's how much you will love the products. So that is it. We literally just share health and wellness. We help people based on what their goals are. You know, they might want gut health, they might want weight loss, they might want kids products, they might want skincare. You know, that is it. It is so simple. And it's just a need, and everyone wants to feel good, especially in today's world, right? And then the last thing is, because you might already be sitting here going, I don't have time for this. I wouldn't even know what to do. I wouldn't know what to post. I wouldn't have a photo. I would have no idea what to do. We can help you with that. Our team loves that. Our team is kind of known as like the attraction marketing Instagram team, in that we love creating content. And so we create that content and we make that available to you. We have so many resources, and you're never left alone or feeling like I don't even know what to do, because we are there to help you. So that is all I got for you as far as that goes. But I am looking. Oh, I love seeing all the ranks. So I hope you guys could scroll through and see some of those ranks in the chat, because it's just inspiring. And if you are looking, especially now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is that, it is the end of October and Christmas is coming, right? Christmas is coming. And so what better way to get started now and to be able to have extra spending money for Christmas? So think about that. If you grabbed 3 people, you would earn $357, right? If you grab 10, between like now and at some point in November, even, you would earn $1,100. Like, I don't know about you, but that would really help with Christmas. I remember, having Christmases with my kids where, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like, I do not have the means to do this. And so you figure out ways, right? As moms, we are like mama bears and we can figure it out. But this will be such a relief for that. And maybe you don't have kids and maybe you don't do big Christmases, but think about covering your mortgage or your rent or your food bill or your car payments, right? So, and that's what Plexus can be. It can be supplemental, or it can be your actual income. Like, this is what I do. This is all I do. This is my income. And it's just given us so many options. My friend Marianne, who I joined with, she always says, money does not buy happiness. And you know what? I will tell you that. It does not buy happiness. That'd be pretty easy if it did, right? But money does give you options, and options can equal less stress and some happier times, and not having to worry about, am I going to make it to my next paycheck? Because I never made it to my next paycheck, hardly ever. Even when I had a really good job, it was really hard to make it to that next paycheck. And with this, you don't have to wait for a promotion. You don't have to hope somebody notices you. You just get in and you just start sharing, and whoever you join with will help you. We have the best community, and you are welcome, and you have nothing to lose. You have 60 days to try your products and the business. You have 60 days. And if you don't like the products or the business, you literally get all of your money back. So, I mean, there's, if you're even kind of doubtful and you're like, I don't know, when you're on the fence, like, I'm here to tell you to jump off that fence and just join and say yes, because you will not look back. You will never regret it. And this will just open so many opportunities for you. So I just want to thank you for hopping on this call tonight. I hope you feel inspired, and I hope you consider starting your business. And so message who invited you here tonight, and they can help get you started. So thanks, guys. Have a good night.